He laughed at my God. What happened next shocked the village.
In the green hills of Ndimu, where the drums of life beat with tradition and tales flowed like palm wine, lived a poor but devout man named Obinna. Though he had little, his faith in Jesus was unshakable. He sang worship songs as he tilled his dry farmland and read his one Bible by lantern light each night. Across the same village lived a man called Chief Uzo, a wealthy herbalist known for his loud mouth and louder charms. He wore rings on every finger and a red cap tipped with pride. The villagers called him the man whose shadow cast fear. But Obinna, he wasn't afraid. You and your Bible, Uzo would scoff. My God's answer with fire. Your God answers with silence. Obinna would smile, never raising his voice. My God speaks in his own time. And when he speaks, the whole world listens. The people laughed. Who was Obinna to speak such boldness? He lived in a mud hut. He had no wife, no children, and no land worth envying. But he had peace. That confused them even more. Then came the drought. The rain stopped. Crops shriveled. Streams dried. The people of Ndimu began to worry. They brought goats, kola nuts, and palm wine to Chief Uzo's shrine. Call the rain. They begged. Your gods must save us. Uzo chanted, danced, and burnt incense. He boasted, in 3 days, thunder will roll. But 3 days passed. Then 4. Then 7. No rain. Meanwhile, Obinna quietly fasted and prayed. He didn't beg the skies, he trusted the one who made the skies. On the 10th day of drought, he stood before his parched land, lifted his hands, and whispered, Lord, do what only you can do. That night, Obinna had a dream. A voice spoke, dig where others see dust. There, I will bring life. The next morning, villagers saw him walking to his farm with only a shovel and a song. He began digging. They gathered to watch. He has finally gone mad, one said. Tell your God to give you a tractor. Chief Uzo roared with laughter. Even if you dig to the ancestors, no water will come. But Obinna ignored them. 1 day passed. Then 2. Then 5. His hands bled. His feet blistered. But he sang as he dug. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper. On the 7th day, as the sun climbed high, a sound came from the earth, a gurgle, soft at first, then stronger. Water. Clear, cold, clean. It burst forth from the dry ground like a miracle emotion. The crowd gasped. Even Chief Uzo was speechless. Children danced. Elders wept. Some fell to their knees. A well had been born in a place of death. And suddenly, everything changed. Obinna's farm flourished. Green leaves sprang from the earth like soldiers rising at attention. His cassava doubled in size. His maize glistened like gold. People lined up at his well for water. Even Chief Uzo sent his servant. But the servant returned with a message, Obinna says the well is open to all, but you must come yourself. Uzo, proud and stubborn, refused. Then strange things began to happen. His charms turned to dust. His livestock fell sick. His shrine caught fire under a clear sky. Finally, in the dead of night, Chief Uzo walked alone to Obinna's door. He found the humble man praying. Obinna, he whispered. I mocked your God. I laughed at your faith. But now I see, your silence was not weakness. It was confidence. Obinna stood, tears in his eyes. He embraced the man who once insulted him and said, You didn't mock me. You mocked the one who made heaven and earth. But he is merciful. That Sunday, for the first time in history, Chief Uzo sat in the front row of the village church, hands lifted, lips trembling as he sang a worship song. From that day on, the village of Ndimu was never the same. The children would gather around the well and ask Obinna, Tell us again, Papa. What happened to the man who laughed at your God? And with a soft smile, he would say, He laughed at my God. But what happened next shocked the village. Because God doesn't shout. he just shows up. Moral: never doubt what God can do in silence. While others mock, he prepares miracles. While they laugh, he plans to shock them with glory.